Although police officers often think they're above the law and can exercise their own authority however they wish, they often overdo it when they see someone with a different skin color. Today we're talking about exactly such police officers who made wrong decisions based on racial profiles. Let's go to the video. The police approached a guy who stopped at a gas station to impound his car out of the blue. The policemen were very unprofessional. They didn't even want to introduce themselves to the guy. Worst of all, they didn't want to tell him the real reason they impounded his car. They claimed that they had already told him the reason, although this wasn't true. They didn't even want to give him the number of their supervisor. In order to have the right to keep his car until the morning, they started writing a search warrant on the spot. Imagine how confident this cop was and thought he was above the law when he decided to write a search warrant. Judges do that, numbnuts. The guy then asked if he could take the car now, considering that his car would not be searched until tomorrow. The answer was, of course, negative. Supposedly, the people who will look after his car were not working now, so it was necessary to keep the car until the morning. The guy ended up just wanting to get his personal belongings out of the car. However, the cop threatened to arrest him for obstructing the police if he did.
Do you have, listen, officer, why are you impounding my car? What is your name? Can I get your name?
Not going to discuss this.
Can I get your name?
No. Sergeant Zambito, Livingston County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, can I get your number? Can I get your number? May I ask
No
why
number.
you're illegally impounding my car? Can I take my car right now, officer? I'm right here. Can I take my car? Is there a reason why I cannot get my car, officer? What is the reason I cannot get my car?
Yeah, the district attorney wants to hold it, so you can call him.
For what? What's the district attorney's number right now so I can get it? Please tell me.
He's not working.
What you mean? You just called him. He's not working now?
Sure.
May I please have the district attorney's
Give me
number?
your tickets,
And
okay?
can I have these tickets? Before you say that, why are you impounding my car
already
though?
told you.
No, you didn't.
I already told you.
Can you please explain it to me again, officer? You're not going to explain why you never told me.
I did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yes.
I must not have heard you. Can you please explain it again?
All right, you're gonna take.
Why are you? Can I take my car?
Sure.
Why are you taking my car? There's somebody available here to take my car right now. Shonda,
That's fine.
come here.
We're writing a search warrant, so we're.
Listen,
Yes.
you're writing a search warrant right now. Right now, there's a search warrant.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. So
Yes.
can I take my car now?
No.
Why?
Because it's getting impounded. I'm
For
not gonna go
for
over
what
it yet.
reason?
For the warrant tomorrow.
For a warrant
Yes.
tomorrow.
You're
You know how
fucking-
illegal that
It's
sounds? Look
20th
how he's looking at you.
20th of
I'll just take
September.
it. You don't have to explain it to me. I can read.
All right.
Listen,
All right. You can leave. Man.
I'm going to get my stuff out of here though. If you're going to impound my car, I am.
No,
You're going to physically hurt me if I get my
I'm
stuff.
not, but you're not taking
Okay, well then I'm going to get my car. I'm going to get stuff out of my
No,
car.
you're not.
So you're physically going to hurt me
No.
if I get into my car.
You keep saying this stuff, not me.
So what are you going to do to me if I go and get into my
You
car?
will be arrested for obstruction. At that
Oh, all right. This is
Okay.
what I'm asking you about. This is what I'm.
What went down was the cops spotted a guy with different skin color and jumped to the wrong conclusions. They assumed the guy must have marijuana or some other illegal substance in his car, so they approached him as if it were a fact. They even brought their dog, claiming the dog was acting weirdly. Then they let him sniff around his car as if he caught a whiff of something suspicious. Even though this wasn't true, the guy's word against the cops didn't stand a chance. All the guy wanted was to get info about their supervisor so he'd know who to turn to file a complaint. Once he got the info he needed, the guy wished them a pleasant night and left without his car.
What?
Justice, yes.
For what?
Of a government official trying to do his duties. The district attorney said we are impounding your car for a warrant that will be served on your car tomorrow morning.
For what?
The odor of marijuana
The odor of marijuana.
and to get in your blood.
And you
Yes.
searched my car and didn't find nothing.
we couldn't get in your
The
blood.
dog didn't hit nothing.
He showed interest.
The
in your blood.
man, stop. He was in my car and it's on here. He showed interest.
Fine, you're
The
not
dog
taking
did not find anything. And there's people right here. There's a bunch of people and cameras right here that's going to prove you wrong. Don't you not know that you're in a gas station? That's why I pulled in here.
It's fine.
Because of all the cameras. They're going to see the dog didn't hit nothing. And then you illegally impound my car. And you let it happen, Sergeant. You're really going to sit here and let him impound my car?
This district attorney is vicious. And
What's his name? What is his name? Can I get his name? District Attorney
D.A.
who?
McCaffrey. So
McCaffrey. From what? From where?
we're not going to explain.
From
this
Livingston
several
County
times.
Sheriff's
We've
Department?
been nothing but cooperative and respectful to you.
Livingston County
District attorney.
District Attorney's Office. All right.
You can call him tomorrow.
All right. See you guys.
A cop decided to pull over two people in a car who weren't the same skin color as him. Then he wrote a ticket for the woman who was driving, citing an expired driver's license. He handed her a piece of paper outlining the 3 options she had, along with his information and badge number. He explained that she had 15 days to respond, or the court would file a complaint for ignoring the ticket. It sounds like a straightforward story, but why did the cop pull her over in the first place? Could he really scan a moving car and conclude that the woman's driver's license has expired? When the people in the car asked him why he pulled them over, the cop ignored their question and headed back to his car.
All right, excellent.
What's up?
Okay, well, there's your health card back.
Okay.
Where are you calling the tow from there?
Peterborough.
Yeah, it's coming from Peterborough.
It's coming from Peterborough?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's perfect. This is, just to get this out of the way, that's a provincial offences notice, okay? It's for driving motor vehicle, no license, okay? As I said, it's expired in 2011. Okay, if that's some clerical error, then that's something you want to take up with the Ministry of Transportation, but right now our documents are showing that, okay?
Yep.
There are 3 options on the back of the blue ticket, okay? You have 15 days to respond, okay? If after 15 days you have not responded, then the Justice of the Peace can register.
Where are my 3 options?
Option 1.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Option 2. Do you see them there?
Oh.
Yes. No, that's fine. That's okay. Option 2 and option 3. Okay. If after 15 days you've not responded, then the Justice of the Peace may choose to enter a guilty plea on your behalf, okay, or chooses not to contest the ticket. Okay.
Okay.
My name and badge numbers and everything's there. Okay. And the fine's there at the bottom, the total payable, okay?
Okay.
Now, if you have a tow on the way, I'll wait around just to ensure your safety there. Make sure that nobody plows into the back of you. And then you're going to be gone.
Yeah, that has happened before.
Now, what was the purpose again?
Rear-ended me.
What was the purpose again for pulling us over in the first place?
Thank you very much.
Hang on a second.
Hold on.
Hang on.
The man seated in the passenger seat stepped out of the car to halt the cop and requested an explanation for the stop before they left. The cop explained to the man that if they were interested in the reason for the stop, the driver is the one who should talk to him. Then this man called the woman over to talk to the cop. However, the cop, wanting to assert his authority, instructed both to return to the car. He assured them he would approach the car to address their concerns.
Yeah, can you answer some questions for us before you go? Can you answer some questions before you go disappearing? What was the purpose of pulling us over?
If she wants to ask those questions, that's her prerogative. But,
okay, well, I'll get her to ask these questions because you have to have a reason to pull us over in the first place, and we want to have some clarity as far as what was actually going on.
No, I understand that.
Okay, so, well, I'll get her to ask those questions.
So I gotta get out?
You have to ask questions.
Is that door up? Keep getting it closer.
There's a lot of obligation and liability if you guys get hit by a vehicle. I wouldn't want that to happen. So if you get back in the vehicle, that'd probably be a good idea. One thing, if I get hit for your safety. It's a lot. It's more.
The cop wouldn't let the guy ask anything. He insisted that everything had to come from the woman who was driving. Even though it was obvious she was a bit confused and struggling to put the question together, the cop wouldn't allow the man to assist her. When he decided he'd had enough, he just turned and walked away. What a pro.
Okay, what's the question?
So, at any given point, were you breaching the peace?
What? Sorry, say that again.
Were you breaching the peace? Were you observed breaching the peace?
Was I observed breaching the peace?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so on your purpose for pulling us over.
Who's sorry? Are these your questions or are these your?
She's addressing a question, so you can.
I'm just.
You're relaying the question.
He's asking you to
Yeah.
say?
That's right.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions for me, ma'am?
Of my very own, no.
Okay, thank you.
Hold on. But this is stuff I would like to know myself.
Okay, then without your passenger, if you have questions, you can go ahead and ask them.
Why is that? If she's not aware of the questions to ask, why is it without her passenger?
Okay,
you tell us that.
Actually, I didn't want. Why do you need to search my vehicle?
I'm actually not going to do that.
That's because he knows it's unlawful to do so.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So what was the purpose of pulling her over? There's no reason not to answer the questions.
Yeah, what was the
because
original purpose?
what are you
The
hiding?
original purpose of pulling you over is that when I ran your plate,
Why did you run my plates?
I ran your plates because I'm a police officer and I run plates to make sure that the plates that I'm seeing are properly attached to the vehicle.
Are you under your oath of office today? Are you operating under your oath today? I'm just asking these questions so that way when it comes to...
I'm a sworn police officer in the province of Ontario.
Are you under your oath then?
Okay.
And we gotta call those numbers.
Okay.
Right from the get-go, this cop treated a guy he approached like he was public enemy number one. The officer claimed he got a call from Circle K, saying the man was harassing and scaring people. Apparently, the manager even pointed out the guy's picture, but come on, people could say all sorts of things without evidence, right? This cop didn't have any proof, but he thought he could hassle someone just because he had a badge. So he goes and asks the man for his ID, but surprise, he doesn't get it. This man knew his rights and how to stand up for them. So he calmly explained to the cop that he'd flash his ID only if the cop had a legit reason to suspect he was about to commit a crime.
How you gonna do that? Because if you put your hands on me, I just told you I can defend myself, right?
You can't.
You don't have no reason to put your hands on me, bro.
I do, because I'm investigating something. Do you have your ID on you? Just so I can figure out who you are and what your name is.
I don't have to give you my ID. Unless you suspect me of committing a crime, about to commit one, or have committed one, then I don't have to show you my ID. Oh, you detaining me? Okay. Well, then I'll stop you. That's all you got to say.
Okay. I was speaking with the managers on Circle K, right?
Uh-huh.
And they said you've been harassing people.
Is there any evidence of it?
People.
Is there any evidence?
So
people can tell you what they want to say. Why are you detaining me then if you don't know, bro? You don't have you don't have articulate suspicion of a crime.
Circle K wants you trespassing them. They don't want you to go back.
Did you hear what I said, man? I know, but did you hear what I said?
Yes, I heard you.
All right, so why are you detaining me then?
Because I got to talk to you about Circle K. Showed me camera footage.
Of what?
And they showed me a picture of you.
Uh-huh.
They specifically said you were harassing people and scaring people. They said even the workers there said they were scared that whenever you go there, you harass them, and they're scared of you. Okay? They want you criminally trespassed from there.
Harassment? What do you mean harass? You harassing me right now?
I'm not harassing you. I'm just telling you.
So can I call the police on you right now? Because you harassing me, bro.
You're welcome to.
Okay. Well,
do you have your ID on you? Just so I can figure out who you are and what your name is.
I don't have to give you my ID. Unless you suspect me of committing a crime, about to commit one, or have committed one, then I don't have to show you my ID. Go ask them to let you see a copy of what I gave them. Why don't you do that?
I can go ask them.
Because I don't have to give you nothing, not unless you have a reasonable suspicion of me committing a crime.
Okay, well, I'll ask them once I'm done here with you, okay?
Do you understand that, man? You don't understand it.
The cop quickly cranked up the tension and dropped the bomb that the guy couldn't go anywhere because he was now under arrest. The cop knew he was overstepping, but his ego refused to admit it. Instead of de-escalating, he decided to play the waiting game for his supervisor to swoop in and save the day. Like seriously, shouldn't it be the cop's job to cool things down? But no, he goes on to threaten the guy with handcuffs if he takes a stroll. Well, guess what? This guy knew his rights and isn't afraid to throw a lawsuit at the cops if they get handsy. When the cop's buddy shows up, they start chit-chatting, conveniently dodging the guy's simple request for their badge numbers. At that point, the guy just shrugs and walks away because, hey, he's got the right to.
So I'm gonna keep walking, okay? Because I got to go, man. I'm allowed to go.
No, you're not.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
We're waiting for my supervisor.
I know, but which one? If I walk off, what you gonna do?
I can put you in cuffs.
How you gonna do that? Because if you put your hands on me, I just told you I can defend myself, right?
You can't.
You don't have no reason to put your hands on me, bro.
I do, because I'm investigating something.
I said you're doing an illegal detain.
No, I'm not.
It's gonna get figured out in court then.
Okay.
Okay.
But no. Well, we're gonna wait for my supervisor. You wanted to speak to him? You can speak to my supervisor.
All right, I'm gonna walk away, man.
Because I gotta walk away, man.
If you put your hands on me, bro, I'm gonna defend myself, man. You hear what I'm saying, right? Is this what you want to go down? Is that what you want?
I don't know if that's a route that we both want to go.
No, I don't think you want to go that route. Because you're doing illegal detain right now.
I am not.
You showing off, too.
I'm not showing off.
All right, well, I'm going to walk then because I got a place to go, man. I got places to go, man. Okay?
Well, we'll wait for my supervisor. Once we're finished, then we can go.
All right. What's your badge number?
287.
He ain't got no right to detain me, so I'm going to keep walking, okay? Not unless you suspect me of a crime, all right? I'll see y'all, man.
A female officer caused a near chain reaction on the road and then decided to assert her authority over the driver behind her. She abruptly stopped, almost causing a collision with the man driving behind her. Despite her claim that the vehicle in front of her suddenly stopped, deflecting blame, she also argued that her police car's siren and lights were on, implying the man should have been aware of her presence. However, her second excuse failed to justify her abrupt stop. As the frustrated man inspected his license plates, the sergeant approached him.
With the confrontation. I apologize.
You almost ran me off the road.
I initiated my lights and sirens.
I didn't hear anything.
What, was your music on? Because I had the lights and sirens on, sir.
Yes, sir. You apologize.
I apologize.
You're wrong.
He stopped abruptly. Okay, I'm not wrong. The lights and sirens were activated. Okay, I did not do that, sir. The lights and sirens on my marked patrol because he stopped abruptly, causing me to stop abruptly, causing you to stop abruptly. And I apologize for that. However, the lights and sirens were on. Okay, the police vehicle is marked. You can clearly see it's a marked patrol vehicle. I initiated lights and sirens. I'm not going to argue, and I'm telling you I do. I'm going to tell you I do apologize that he did stop abruptly. Nobody was wrong.
I'm going to tell you the disconnect, right? So between the public and you as a public servant.
You want me to just that driver check, okay?
If there's something wrong and you actually did it, all you say, my bad.
And I did. I just said,
keep going.
I said my bad. I said I activated I initiated a traffic stop in a marked vehicle with lights and sirens. If you didn't hear the sirens or see the lights, I mean, you called back up. Well, I called back up because somebody is getting out of a car.
Sergeant Wolf's statements highlighted the issue with today's police officers. Without any apparent reason, he insisted that the man, who had committed no wrongdoing, was at fault. The female officer returned and pressed the man for his last name, though he was not obligated to provide it. Sergeant Wolf threatened to arrest the man for interference. Despite the man's repeated explanations that the policewoman's reckless driving caused the near accident, Sergeant Wolf sided with her narrative that the man should have been aware of her presence due to her flashing lights. Moreover, the sergeant seemed unaware that he lacked the authority to demand ID from someone who had done nothing wrong. However, cops usually get touchy when someone refuses to give their ID, acting like it challenges their authority. The sergeant insisted that the man was now part of an ongoing investigation demanding identification. This sergeant, all high and mighty, believed he was beyond the law, failing to grasp that he was violating the civil rights he swore to defend.
But, well, you don't pull up behind an officer on a traffic stop.
You don't even know what's going on.
You're right, I don't.
So why are you saying that?
Because I'm here, and what you're doing right now is against the law.
Ran me off the road.
Okay, well then you should have pulled over for lights and sirens. She said it on the radio that you didn't yield, and it's on dash cam, I'm assuming.
This the disconnect, man.
Sir,
I'll tell you what. Let her finish her business, and then we can sit down and talk like
we're
adults.
good. I'm gonna let him go. We're good. I'm gonna let him go.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry. What was your last name?
My last name?
Yeah.
Why you need my last name?
Because I'm asking who I'm talking to. You asked me who you were talking to.
You're not going to be under arrest because what you're doing is illegal.
Listen.
What you're doing is illegal. I can charge you for interfering.
Just give me your last name.
Why?
Because I'm conducting business with you right now.
Where my friend go?
10-4. That's not going to be the drive.
What's your RS?
Stand by.
What's your reasonable articulate suspicion of my crime?
I'm going to get rid of him.
Hold on. I'll explain to you, okay?
Am I being detained?
Right now.
Am I being detained?
If you want to be.
10-4. That's
No, that's not how it works. What's your RS?
Stand by.
My RS?
Articulate suspicion of my crime.
Here, first, okay, hold on. I'll explain it to you, okay? Doing what you're doing right now?
No, sir. She almost ran me off the road.
Okay. Again, you didn't yield to lights and siren. You came out.
She was next to me and stopped and almost ran me off the fucking road. What are you talking about?
Okay, listen to me. You asked my reasonable articulable suspicion. It's not a probable cause.
If you arrest me, you violate my rights.
I don't want to arrest you. We have to ID you.
You're going to violate my rights. That's what you're going to do?
Okay, we have to ID you. You understand that? Yes, we do.
All right, I'm a videotape.
Okay, we got you on camera too.
I'm a call. They come get the car. You're violating my rights.
Who's getting what car?
They can come. You're going to arrest me.
Another car here. I got a male who's obstructing.
No, I'm not.
And, he refuses to identify himself.
No.
So I'll take a report on it, but I need your ID. Yeah.
I'm dealing with her.
Even though the female officer wanted to say sorry to the guy for almost running him off the road, she had to follow her sergeant's orders. But you know, good intentions can go sideways when you listen to a bad cop. She even admitted it to the guy who got handcuffed by Sergeant Wolf for obstructing the police. When the guy asked her if she broke the law, she had to toe the line with her sergeant and told him that when the police ask for ID, you gotta hand it over. The guy, cuffed and thrown into a police car without a chance to explain to the sergeant what actually happened, started saying to the female officer that he'd been kidnapped kidnapped. She looked torn between obeying her sergeant and wanting to help the man. She even reassured him that things would be okay in court, that the jury would be cool, and she'd be there so they'd get through it together.
Mr. Kern, I apologize. I really do. And this is on body cam, all right? This is, the sergeant's telling me to do this, so...
Did I break the law?
When police have to identify you, you do have to identify yourself.
If I broke the law, if I broke the law, I have to identify.
Mr. Kern, you got out of the vehicle in the middle of a traffic stop. I understand that. And I needed to identify you.
This is going to be a heavy lawsuit. Cleveland Heights is going to pay me for this.
For what, sir?
Kidnapping, illegal detainment.
No one's kidnapping
I'm in
you.
the back of the car in handcuffs.
Okay.
I'm kidnapped.
This is not kidnapping. The sergeant placed you under arrest for obstruction.
How did I? You know, like I know I didn't obstruct.
He asked for your information and you didn't give it to him. Listen, I'm gonna be. There'll be a court date. You and I will both go to it. And our prosecutor's really good and we'll work through it, okay? Listen, I'm just doing what I'm told to do, alright?
There's one moment on the female officer's body cam where she's laying out the whole situation to her sergeant. She straight up tells him that the guy they busted didn't do jack and was just freaked out because he almost got caught up in a traffic mess for no reason. It kind of seemed like she might be trying to stick up for the guy, but the sergeant wasn't paying an ounce of attention to what she was saying. She even spilled the beans that her target was someone totally different. She ended up chasing the wrong car, almost causing a wreck and getting another driver arrested. Sergeant Wolf just let that info float in the air, maybe reveling in the power he has to order his cops around and that they just follow orders.
For this verbiage. When asked to identify himself, he refused.
So, just for my own. You activated your overhead.
So we're literally here, and I'm coming up because I saw that car. It looked like the car from yesterday's incident. I ran it. It's expired. I am in this lane. I put my lights on to activate. The guy, instead of like continuing, he like whips over, stops abruptly, and I'm like halfway in between both lanes, and this guy was right behind him. So it did almost cause an accident. Absolutely. No, I was trying to go behind. It would have been a sure clear distance accident. But because of how that guy stopped abruptly, it would have been.
And he stopped and decided to get out of.
Well, and he was pissed because we did almost get into an accident. He was.
You didn't almost get in.
No, all of three of us, it would have been an accident. Yeah, I was going behind the other guy.
He could have gone down the street.
But the guy stopped abruptly, but he did. Then he got out and he's yelling. He's yelling while I'm initiating. Right. So I told him, I said, sir, just stand there. Let me talk to him. I'll come talk to you. And he did. But then he's continuous, because that happened, I called for backup. And then he was upset, rightfully so. It was whatever. Why are they assholes? Was that necessary? All right, here's your property.
Hold on, let me get this here.
Sure.
Hey, what's pushing on my cuffs are these, man?
Some janky, rusty ass stuff. Do you want to sign or are you going to refuse? All right, I'm going to give you a copy of it.
You guys violated my rights. You know.
Well, we'll all be in court.
Probably the only good cop on the force.
I'm not trying to be a bad cop. I was literally not trying to even have any of this happen, and I did apologize.
You apologize, but we're following his directives.
He's the sergeant,
Yeah, but still, like you swore oath to the Constitution.
Right.
And you know what's right and wrong. And sometimes you got to stand up to people.
Listen.
No.
When asked for your information, you have to identify yourself. At this point, we're on a traffic stop together.
But you still have to.
A traffic stop is not a crime.
And I asked him, am I being detained? And nobody answered that.
Listen.
So I did it. I covered all my bases.
All the stuff's gonna be typed in the report.
If I was being detained, I had no choice but to give you my ID. That's why I specifically asked.
Yeah.
Am I being detained?
Well, at that point, it's a traffic stop.
But still, if I'm being detained, you should tell me. And if I'm not being detained, I'm free to go. And it's in a situation.
Well, right now you're free to go.
Yeah.
All right. I hope that you feel better, and I'm sorry that all of this had to happen this way.
You didn't do nothing.
Well, we did. We got into a little accident, almost a middle accident.
You did your job.
And I apologize.
Things happen in life. He came. He violated my rights.
Well, we're gonna work through it. All right. I don't think he violated your rights. He wanted you to identify yourself, and you didn't. All right.
You know you swore oath.
Say again.
You swore oath.
I did. I did.
That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, Mr. Kern.
Thank you.
I hope that you feel better, all right?
To the hospital.
All right. You gonna go to Metro?
Going right there.
Yes, sir.
Straight up truth, when Sergeant Wolf rolled in, he didn't have a clue about what went down. Likely biased because of the guy's skin color, even though the man was clean. No investigation, just assumptions. The female officer wanted some backup for the mess she stirred up, and that was when Sergeant Wolf came in. When she asked the guy to identify himself for some report, Sergeant Wolf threatened to arrest him if he didn't comply with her right there. Little do they know, obstructing the police is a side dish. To refuse an ID, the guy should have actually committed a crime first. Only then could they throw the book at him for obstructing.
Favor. All I'm asking you.
I'm a private citizen.
Just take your hands out of your pocket while we're talking,
Right.
okay? I called for backup, all right?
Yeah.
I initiated a traffic stop. I understand you and I and that gentleman, we all just saw what happened, okay? I'm calling for another person because I'm dealing with one person who I don't know who I'm dealing with. And you get out. Listen, sir, let me speak. Let me explain to you. I call for another person because I have a man getting out of a car walking towards me. You know how society is. I know how society is. Now listen, I'm asking you to identify yourself so I can let my dispatcher know who I'm out with. If you don't identify yourself, that is obstruction. You are the one that came out.
Obstruction is a secondary crime. What crime did I commit?
There's no crime, but I'm identifying you. Okay.
Thank you.
I need your driver license.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to arrest you if you don't identify yourself.
She just said it was no crime.
It is
Listen.
a crime. Obstructing is a
What?
crime.
Obstructing is a crime.
Identify yourself, Cross.
She almost ran me off the road.
And then I still have to identify you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna call in for the car. You can arrest me.
Okay, turn around. Turn around.
Because I didn't do anything.
Turn around.
I didn't do anything.
Listen, just all you have to do.
I don't have my ID with me.
Okay, what's your cell phone?
That's all we asked for. For what?
Because I need to let my dispatcher know. It's not a big